Coach, through eight days, impressions of the offensive line so far?
I think we're improved. I think we're a lot better than we were, especially this time last year. I mean, it's night and day from where we were at this point last year. So now the kids, like I said all the time, we got unbelievable kids here that work really hard, do everything they're asked to do, and I think we're starting to see some of those things pay off. I think we had probably our best day today, so obviously feel good about it right now. But continuous work in progress, and we got a bunch of kids in there repping that are giving us opportunities to play a bunch of guys and try to figure out who our best five are.
I think probably fair to say Connor is fairly safe at that center spot, fairly locked in. Is there anyone else you kind of feel confident saying that they're pretty safe in their spot right now?
The only other guy I'd probably say that about right now would probably be Lely. Lely's, like I said, really first full year, not even a full year playing offensive line yet. I guess it would be about right. We moved him about this time last year. So I think he's starting to settle in and kind of figure out and do some good things at the position. Obviously, got a lot of talent and ability that we got to continue to push forward because the sky's the limit for a kid like him that has the ability he has.
Can you just kind of break down then left tackle, left guard, right guard, kind of the main contenders there?
Yeah, so, we're trying to figure out who our best left tackle is right now. Obviously, Essa and Christian have got the bulk of those reps. Those guys have done a really good job. Christian's played more football. Essa's got a lot of huge upside, a lot of potential ability. And then Zach Miller's another kid that does a great job coming in and just, he's one of those young kids that we're kind of growing water in the bamboo, so to say, because he's going to be a really good player one day as well. And then at the guard spot, same thing. I mean, Christian's able to slide back in there and play as well. Maka and Christie have been running with the first team, the most time, but kind of got a three-way rotation with those kids right there competing for those top spots.
I asked Coach Dickert this as well. Esapole, Ron Stone Jr., who's louder?
Ron Stone. I mean, there's not anybody on the team that has more juice than Ron Stone. I mean, it's one of those things. It's fun, though. Like, he's an absolute pleasure to be around on a daily basis. You can't have a bad day being around RJ, so he's a pretty special one.
Coming into camp or coming off last year, what was, as a group, maybe your guys' main emphasis of, hey, we need to improve in this area, something about, pass blocking, run blocking?
Yeah, I would say everything. I don't think I think our kids played really hard, gave us great effort. I don't think we're really good at anything, though. I think it's one of those things from a general standpoint. We have to get better at everything we do. Obviously, the negative play sacks were the biggest black eye of the season. A really high total of sacks. So, pass protection is something that we really have to get better at. Obviously, I think we've made strides in that area coming forward. I think we did run the ball efficiently last year. We got to continue to make steps where we can, we can't always run it into the right box. We got to be able to actually move people in situations where we have to just run the ball no matter what defense gives us.
How do the tweaks to this system maybe change how the O-line? Are there any significant ways it changes?
There is, a little bit more protection schemes, opportunities to kind of move the pocket a little bit more, a little more max protections in there to get them safe. I think another thing, too, that's played a huge part is just the receiver play, the receiver quarterback play. I mean, those guys, and you're starting to see it, one-step balls, fades, getting out where we don't have to block for very long, and I think that's been huge for us. I think those receivers have done a really good job, and I think those quarterbacks have done a really good job of feeling the pocket and getting rid of the ball on time where it's supposed to be quicker.
How does Hilborn seem to be handling the kind of expanded workload of running with the ones and twos at different spots?
He's done good. I mean, it's one of those things. Hilborn too still, I mean, he's just going to be a sophomore. I mean, he's played a lot of football for this group, but he's still a young kid that hasn't played a whole lot, and so I think he's a really good player, really talented kid that loves to play football. It's not one of those things that he's a kid that wants to be out here. He'd love to take every rep if he could. And so he gets out here, and once he gets going, he's got a pretty good mindset about himself.